So hello and welcome to Film Mixologist, the place on the internet thingy where we hate on O-rings. Case in point, this Dellorto DRLA 48 units that we've been working for like freaking ages. Frustratingly so, because we had so many problems. If you've been following along this series, you'll know all my travails with this unit. And now we're getting to a stage where we are going to put these units back together. But there is a slight kind of problem, and I want you to have a view about all of the things that you need to do before you even attempt to put these units together. Because in order to put these units together, I need to change 32 O-rings and 8 washers, like fabric washers. So I'll show you the extent of the work that needs to be done even before you start kind of trying to put these units together. Let's start with this. So these are the aux vents. Yeah, they have washers. You need to change 4 of them. This one's kind of vacuum things. 4 of them. This one's in a Turbo Carbs, the progression hole tubes cover. 4 of them. This one's for the accelerator pump, 2 of them. Then 2 of them for the seals of the chokes. 4 of them for the idle air bypass. 4 of them for the accelerator pump discharges. 4 of them for the these are the idle emulsion tubes, and 4 of them for what would be the idle mixture screws. And then you've got 4 fabric washers for the pump discharge holders, which are here, and you've got another set there of 8 in there for the grub screws that hold the aux vents and the chokes. So that is the sum total of 32 O-rings and 12 washers like that. So I got my work cut out now. So I need to renew every single one of those of this O-rings and washers in order to be able to put these units together. So let's get on with it. Okay, so eventually things start to work out around here, and I finally am able to kind of assemble the throttle plates. Look at this, and okay, so I'll show you a bit closer what I've done kind of with the throttle plates. Remember before that I said that I was going for an inline configuration, and I think I got it like pretty good this time. As you can see it here, so I've got on this side of the inline shaft, I've got the kind of the throttle return and throttle stop solution. So this is what makes kind of the throttle return, and actually it's a really crisp throttle return. It's really nice. Obviously the seals are done, they're perfect. And on this side what I've got is I've got a combination of a universal lever plus the curve idle adjustment. Yeah, so by turning this screw like so, you can adjust the idle, the curve idle, so the idle speed if you wanna. And with this you can have either an inline configuration or a boxer configuration with this sort of setup. And the beauty is that it's replicated exactly on the other card. So you've got your throttle return solution, and you've got exactly the same details here. So you've got your curve idle, and your lever separate. Okay, so these two things allow you to kind of adjust the curb idle kind of independently, one curve from the other, like so, and also you've got the lever that kind of drives them both. So actually, I think that finally this kind of throttle solution is looking mint. Obviously, I've done a fair few. I've done the setting of floats, so that's, you know, one job that needed to be doing. Notice that I'm putting this red gasket, which is the you know, the right gasket, and now what we need to do is, obviously I've pre-gamed a lot of things here with those kind of seals and O-rings, and now what I need to do is I need to start kind of building these units. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of pre-gaming here in terms of I built, you know, half of the carb. So I'm going to show you now all the elements that I'm putting on and how to seal them properly. Because there is a procedure, as I said in this series of videos, that, you know, you have to follow the sealing of the carb properly. So let's have a look. Needle and seat assembly, O-ring, a metal washer and spring, and this is obviously the kind of slightly better idle mixture screws. There we go. And they're much easier to tune from outside the car if you've got an air-cooled vehicle. So your idle bypass screw goes like so, and just try to put them in. Then this kind of like weird sort of air bleed or outside vacuum connection. There we go. There we go. So now we need to cover the progression holes with this thing with a O-ring. Again, this is gonna seal it, and this too obviously had O-rings as well, which I've showed you have renewed them. There we go, golden. So now what you need to do is turn it back, and what you need to do is align this with that. There we go. And now what I do is I'll help it a bit with this, so it's nice and center. And then what you need to do is you need to put your grub screw so that it holds. Then you put this fabric washer there, and this is the kind of the acorn nut that is going to basically seal it so that no boost can escape the carb. There we go. So you see it's sealed, and that's what you want. So let's do the auxiliary venturi. Obviously new O-ring, so it goes like so. Then you just put your grub screw over there. There we go. Giving it a tighten. Same procedure. This washer and the acorn nut, so that you so that once it's tightened, you know that no boost is going to escape. There we go. So that's golden. And now what we need to do is we need to do the accelerator pump assembly. So first you have to put one of this like little ball bearings, one of these little bronze sticks, and the top, and secure the top. There we go. And now the other thing we need now is the accelerator pump's discharge, which what you do is you put the flat bit, this flat bit over here, flat needs to go up. So if you go like so, carefully, you should be able to, there you go, do it in one. So and also I've done the choke bits and the accelerator pump non-return valve there. You can see it. So actually, so the base of this carb is kind of done. What remains doing is the top and the accelerator pump diaphragm. Okay, so now at this stage we got the units sealed. So now we're getting ready to get them, you know, dialed in. What we need to do very carefully is to just drop this in here, making sure that we don't hurt the gasket. There we go. So we're just going to do the top end now. Okay, so now we're going to make another start, but this time we're going to make sure that we put this spring which this unit needs for the choke return. So let's do this one more time. Okay, so I think now we're ready to do the choke assembly, and remember that it needs kind of one O-ring kind of down there. Maybe this one, there we go. So it needs the O-ring here in this groove and also in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this O-ring like this over the screw to make it slightly easier to install. There we go. Once you've got it like piloted in, it's fine. And then I need to just retrieve another screw. And now last but not least, what we need to do is we need to do the accelerator pump, and I think we've dialed this unit in. Always remember to put the spring for the accelerator pump. That's kind of pretty crucial. And make sure it's centered onto the bronze bit. There we go. Put it out. That's it. Mint. Okay, so what do you know? And now I've got the units finally kind of dialed in. And boy, oh boy, this was a bit of a fight. I had lots of problems with, getting kind of the shafts to work properly. So obviously the sealing of the shafts was, a little bit complicated. But after that, I have to say that now I've got a really nice, good set of Dellorto 48 Turbo Carbs that hopefully I'm gonna find a buyer for quickly, and they'll be able to install it in a car and just enjoy them. And that's what this channel is all about, is kind of making stuff and make it live again. So I'll give you one last look around the units, how it looks. There we go. So everything is through all the work we have done, I know everything is kind of nice and sealed everywhere that needs sealing. So I know these carbs are gonna work well and the boost. And they're actually really nice carbs. I really rate this the DRLA as a carb in general. So I always recommend it. I've added obviously the fuel inlet. It just needs a banjo, and I've added the emulsion tubes and the idle mixture screws as well, just to dial it in. So I want to say thank you for watching this episode and the series, indeed, if you've been watching all of it. And if you got any comments, any questions or comments, put it down in the comments. And if not, I will see you in the next episode. I need to kind of get all sorts of stuff tidy up this workshop, because my life has been taken over with this carb, so I need to just clean everything out and start with new projects again. But that will be a subject of next week. I'll see you there.